Hey guys, what's up? It's me, the Gaming Spinosaurus, here with another Battlefront 2 video. Today we will be looking at BB-8 and BB-9E, the two brand new characters that were added earlier this week. Now I am very excited to show you them, and I think that both of them have a place. I don't know whether that place needed to be filled or I will personally be using them, but I know that many people are excited to use them, and to be honest, I like the concept of the characters. So let's get right into the video. So this is BB-8, the character you've all been waiting for. You may remember him from the sequel trilogy. Oh no, someone broke into my house and just to do that, and it definitely wasn't me because the sequel trilogy sucks, but that's off topic. They've done a really good job with his model, like BB-9E, and the character in-game stuff is fine. So let's move on to his emotes, of which there are 4. Excited? Thumbs up, which is the best one. Angry beeps. And twist. Thumbs up is the best. BB-8 has 6 abilities. That includes 3 passives and 3 proper abilities. So let's get into them, starting with the passives. His first passive is Technical Support. BB-8 counts as 2 units when capturing a command post, and activating an objective device is much faster. Second passive, Swift Reaction. BB-8 increases the cooldown speed of nearby friendly characters' abilities. Third passive, Health on Kill. Upon defeating an opponent, BB-8 will receive some health. BB-8's normal abilities are Resistance Backing. BB-8 scrambles enemy radars while revealing hostiles to himself and his allies. If attacked, revealed enemies will take increased damage. The second ability is Cable Spin. BB-8 deploys his cables and lashes out with a spin, inflicting high damage to all close by enemies. His third ability is Rolling Charge. BB-8 charges forward to knock down and damage the first enemy standing in his path. If blocked, the enemy is still staggered and damaged. Now, to test out BB-8, I'm going to be playing him on arcade, just so I can get the feel of what his character is like. Now, here is on the screen is all the settings I have played BB-8 on. So let's get into his abilities and how he plays. The first, and probably one of the most important things about BB-8 and BB-9E, is their speed. They move significantly faster than most troops, which is extremely helpful because they're not the most powerful in the weaponry department. That's base weapons, which we'll get onto in a sec. But they probably, I reckon, move as fast as the Droideka in wheel form. The next thing you'll notice is the weapon, which is very, very non-conventional. I do want to say I am playing on one shot, so it may seem more OP than it actually is. So the weapon works by, in front of BB-8 and BB-9E, there is a small radius, a bit like something you get while using an ability, and as long as an enemy is in that radius, they'll take damage until they die or leave the radius, or you are killed. Now, this is very non-conventional and works well for what it is, because of course they couldn't give BB-8 and BB-9E weapons, or they'd possibly be a bit too OP. I don't know why. I don't know game design, so I can't exactly comment on that. But I think for the limitations they had, it works well. But I still much prefer lightsabers and blasters. Next, BB-9E's left ability, Resistance Backing. Now this ability is a scan ability, which basically combines the pros of a lot of scans. Firstly, your teammates can see it, which is a big help, since BB-8 and BB-9E are supposed to be support characters in the end, which is heavily needed. Secondly, instead of being something like the Avician Gunner Scan ability, it works a bit more like the ARC Trooper Scan ability, pulses and shows you all the enemies highlighted instead of having little dots above their head, and you can clearly see the enemies, which I like. So it's possibly one of the best scan abilities in the game because it combines the pros and cons from lesser scan ability. No, not the pros and cons, only the pros from other scan abilities. Next, it's middle ability, the L1R1 on PlayStation. Cable spin. It's very good at taking out a bunch of enemies fast. If there's a bunch of enemies, say for example, clumped around you or on a command point or something like that, the cable spin will be very good at taking them out. I do want to say you move very slowly and are very vulnerable. So it's one of the only abilities where I will cancel once I've taken out a bunch of them. Which may sound strange, but like, once you play them, you'll realise they're not tanks in the end. And then finally, rolling charge. It works effectively at charging people. You move quite fast, and I may say it may also have a hidden ability of running away real fast, because you move faster during the charge ability. So in conclusion, I believe BB-8 is a good addition to the game. I personally do prefer BB-9E though, and that's just a personal preference. I feel BB-8 has a place, but I don't know whether I will be using BB-8 and BB-8 because it's not really my playstyle. But yes, now we will be moving on to BB-9E. Now this glorious droid is BB-9E, one of the star characters of the absolute rubbish film, The Last Jedi. Wouldn't call it rubbish, call it meh. Now, we're going to be going over BB-9E and seeing his place in the game. Now first, we're going to be going over BB-9E's emotes, which there are 4. Suspicious, Alarm. He's making a very annoying beeping noise at the moment. I remember. Backfire, which is like he's got shot or something, or shooting. And Spiral, which I just think looks really cool for some reason. I just really like it. BB-9E, like BB-8, has 3 passives and 6 abilities total. His 3 passives are: BB-9E is technical support. BB-9E will count as 2 units when capturing a command post and activating an objective's devices much faster. Factor support. BB-9E periodically regenerates the main health of friendly characters around him. And health on kill. Upon defeating the opponent, BB-9E will receive some health back. Now his main abilities are: Smoke Screen. BB-9E deploys a dense smoke screen obstructing enemy vision while revealing their positions at the same time. Shock Spin. Once on activation, BB-9E pushes and damages close by enemies with electric pulse. Enemies further away will have their blaster overheated and grenades disrupted. BB-9E will damage close by enemies for the remainder of the active time. And Charge Up. BB-9E emits a pulse that prevents the shock point for any friendly blaster in the vicinity from overheating. In addition, close by allies will have their abilities recharge time reduced. Now, I'm playing this game on arcade on one shot again, and hopefully right now you can see all the stats and stuff. So let's move on to actually playing BB-9E. So BB-9E's weapons and movement are almost identical to BB-8's. But they're basically just identical because, of course, why would you change them? They are very, very similar in size. So it's still just a radius, it moves very fast. I quite like it, but then again, it's not as conventional. Would prefer something more conventional. Next is Smoke Screen, which is BB-9E's a scan ability. Now, his scan ability is again a solid scan ability, still one of my favourites, and I actually prefer it because 1, it releases smoke which slightly obscures enemy vision of you and will possibly help obscuring enemy scanners, I think. Don't know, don't quote me on that. and 2, instead of being white, it's red, which means it's a lot easier to see enemies, which I really like. Next is shock spin. Now shock spin works just as well at clearing out enemies as the other one does. I can't remember what it's called. As the cable spin does, except it also disables enemy blasters and grenades. I don't know if that's a good thing. I haven't really used it much, the shock spin. I haven't seen the effects of disabling enemy blasters and grenades, but I'm interested to see the effects. Next, charge up, which is a very good team ability. I tried it out but didn't get the footage, and it works very, very well in teams, because I mean, it prevents friendly blasters from heating up, which is really solid. And rechargeability time reduced. How can you go wrong with that? You're right, guys, you can't. So I really think that's a solid ability, and yeah, that's about it. Now, I much prefer BB-9E to BB-8. It's just personal preference, to be honest. He's a better character in my opinion. He's really enjoyable. But yeah, that's the last of the analysis. Let's get on with the outro. So, in conclusion, I believe BB-8 and BB-9E are good characters, good additions to the game, needed additions to the game to spice stuff up, and I believe both of them are going to be very popular with certain players, and I also believe both of them are very good, well balanced characters. Possibly not my personal playstyle, because, well, I mean, there's not my playstyle, there's no real soul of that, but yeah, I really like them, so there you go. Go check them out and play them for yourself. And comment what you think of the characters down below. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's the end of the video, guys, but if you liked it, smash like, subscribe for more content, and if you do subscribe, be sure to hit the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload. I've been the Gaming Spinosaurus. You guys have been awesome. See you in the next video. Bye bye now.